So is it visible? Fine. Last time in the last session, when we design the script or when we design the feature file, based on the feature file we got the output like this, and we have used this, and we use the same thing for our reference and for our execution purpose. I haven't done any updates over here, just I have created one more feature file for our reference. So here I am passing the data manually, right? So Martin, Stephen, something I have passed some data here. And here also I have done the same thing. I have passed the data, some data I have passed here. But in order to avoid like passing the data to the step definition file directly, so I'm going to create a scenario outline from the feature file. Okay, scenario outline is nothing but what is the overlook uh, in order to pass the data from the feature file itself. So here, if you are trying to pass the data, one thing you need to find out here is at what step you need to pass the data. At what step you need to pass the data. First thing, login, open the browser, enter the URL. You are not doing anything. Anyways, you are directly passing the URL in the script itself. Second thing here is you are going to open the web page. You are going to open the web page and you are clicking on one link in order to log into the page. Third thing, you are going to enter the username and password. So here, this is the feature. Here, this is the feature, and this is the scenario. Login with valid details. And here, I'm on open store website. So I'm in this website, I'm saying. And fourth one, I navigate to login page. So in the fourth step, in this step, I'm in login page. I'm in login page. In order to navigate to login page, in that particular page, I'm going to enter username and password. Username and password. This is what I'm going to pass the data to my automation script, or to my Cucumber script, or to my feature file. Okay, suppose, let's say for example, here if you want to make any other names, you can keep any other names. There is no restriction that you need to keep like this username and password. Column names may be deferred. Column names may be deferred. If you want to keep it as a name only, you can keep it as name. If you want to keep it as uname, anything is fine. There is no restriction for this. There is no restriction for this. And here, to which field I am passing data, I have mentioned like this. To which field I am passing the data, I have mentioned like this. Here, what is the field name that I am passing data? Here the field name is email. And here, the field name should be email. And the same thing, password should be only password. Just this is nothing but outline you are preparing for that particular scenario. This is the scenario, and this is the outline where you are going to pass the data. So if you remove this one, what will happen? It is something like general feature file what you have seen earlier. Now in this feature file, one more thing added, which is nothing but data what you want to pass from the feature file. So if you want to pass the data from the feature file, so make sure that we need to provide, if a web page contains 4 to 5 columns or 4 to 5 fields, then make sure that you are going to provide all the list of name and column names here. So username and password. Simple example I am going to say, a web page is there. In that web page, I have a registration form, first name, last name, date of birth, email ID, and clicking on login button. Means out of all these 5 things, you are going to enter the data for only 4 fields, right? First name, last name, date of birth, and email ID. In this case, I'll define like this. Sorry. field data. I'll define like this. Anything is fine. What is the date? Like this, I'm going to pass the data. So here, if a registration form contains the number of fields, like that, let us list down all the fields what you have in that particular screen and pass the data individually to that particular script. So here, this is one format of passing the data to our automation script, where you are not going to mention anything, any programmatic part in the feature file, just you are creating the outline in this feature file. Once you create the outline in the feature file, once you create the outline in this feature file, make sure that one. So I'm going to delete this step definition file as of now to understanding purpose. So now I have only feature file in my system. Now, if I want to design the step definition file, let me execute this feature file first. Okay. So I'm going to save this one and I'm going to execute this feature file. So in this feature file, this feature file has been executed. Nothing I have seen, only one scenario is there and 3 steps are there. In these 3 steps, there are 3 undefined steps are there. Now it is stating that you can implement missing steps with snippets below. This is nothing but your Cucumber script is not pointed to the step definition file. Why? Because all these things are missing in your feature file. Create everything based upon these 3 things. Understand? Now I'm going to create one step definition file. Yes. So I'm going to take this one. Just paste it here. The same program what we have designed earlier, the same thing happened here. So I'm going to take the same program. So close this one. So if you want to change the method, just change the method. What happened? If you want to change the method, just change the method name here. So this is nothing but what is this given? Open store website. Open store website. And second thing here, when means login page. Login page. And third, then means logged in successfully. Logged in successfully. This is what just simple program that you are having. So now nothing is there in this program. So we need to update. Any questions here? What I am doing? Hello?
Yeah, Shiva, I have a question here. Like at the
Yep.
given tag, we mentioned the step as this is the first step to enter the username, but we are
Yes.
actually using it for launching the website. So does we need to change here like it's for launching the URL? Because here only for taking the data only, right? Just a given username, given password like that.
Oh, this one you are talking.
Yes, yes, yes.
In this given, we are showing that this is the first step to enter username, but what we need to update that you are asking?
Yeah, actually, just we are collecting the information right at the given tag.
Okay.
Just we are just holding the information at the given like having username, having password like that.
Okay.
But here in the
So your question is when we are executing this particular when we are executing the script, when we are executing the feature file, do we need to update the step definition file also? This is what you are
yes,
asking.
yes, Shiva.
This is what we are. This is what you are asking, right?
Yes,
So
Shiva.
you are clear about feature file. Are you clear about feature file?
Yes. I'm clear about future file.
So now just execute the feature file. Okay.
Okay.
Once you
Yes.
execute the feature file, it is stating that everything is fine. Whatever the steps that you have defined and scenario that you have defined, those are undefined things for me, but I am able to execute the script. This is what it is stating,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now, after that, it is giving one more statement that you can implement the missing steps with the snippets below. Means it is
Yeah.
stating that something you are missing, some dependencies that you have missed over here. Let us
Right.
create the dependencies. What are all the things that you have missed in this feature file,
Yes.
right? So to
Yeah.
create all these things and to pass the data to your feature file, all these things, nothing is possible in the feature file. That is the reason there is some dependency which is nothing but step definition file. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose if I want to create that step definition file, let us create one class file by clicking right click on that particular package, new and class.
Uh,
Here I am going to create a step definition file.
Sorry.
Understand?
Yes, Shiva.
Just
Understood.
click on finish. Step definition file has been created. Now, what are all the things that you have missed when you design the program anyways that you have in your output, right?
Yes.
So I am going to take all these things, all these methods.
Yes.
All these mixed things I am going to see in my
Yes.
program.
Yes.
Done. Now what we need to do here is, for our flexibility, we are updating the program. There is no restriction to maintain the program like this only.
Okay.
Right or wrong?
Yes, you are.
So
Yes, yes.
this is all about Java program only, right? I don't
Right.
want to restrict this program to be like this only, because if I update the program, even it will work successfully. It will work
Hmm.
successfully. For our reference, what are all the things, required things, that I need to have in my system? First thing, let us analyze. Feature file is there. What is the purpose of feature file? What is the purpose of feature file that I have written here? Means I want to test the login functionality. If I want to test the login functionality, what are all the prerequisites that you need to have? I need to have browser in my system, and I need to have application in my hands. First two things, right? So are those two things integrated in this step definition file? No, nowhere else you are seeing that browser launching and application passing URL and all those things. You are not seeing anything here.
Yes.
So that is the reason we need to update this step definition file by opening the
Okay.
browser and by passing the URL.
Okay.
Done.
Okay, sure.
Now
But I.
suppose if the method names are like this is the first step to enter username. By default, it has been integrated through that particular output. If you want to update the names, you can update the names. That feature is there, and there is no restriction to update the method names in any programming. So that is the reason I have updated this particular method name for our flexibility with a short name. Right? If you want to keep this name, just keep this name like this one. Understand? Any questions?
No, 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 sure.
Now
Got it. Yeah.
I'm going to open the browser now. Web driver equal to null. So this is single quotation. Yeah. Web driver equal to is equals to null. I want to import this one. Done. Next thing. Driver has been imported successfully. Few import things that needs to be done for these annotations. I'm going to click on these annotations, these import methodologies. So by default, all these things will show here as we are seeing in our Selenium WebDriver script. Okay. Done. Now, these pending exceptions are not required as of now. You can remove this pending exception statement even. There is no dependencies with that. Why? Because you are not doing any pending activities. Whatever the script that it has shown, whatever the missed things that it has shown, we are going to take that missing things and we are going to update in step definition file. Now, now your job is to define the script. You have defined the browser. You have defined the driver now. Now you need to open the browser. Where we need to open the browser is our first analysis. Where we need to open the browser. Any guess over here? This is the first step to enter the username. Means if you want to enter the username, what is the first step? The first step would be to open the browser. How to open the browser? How to open the browser? To open the browser, driver is equals to new Firefox driver. Driver is equals to new Firefox driver. Something that we need to update here.
Like after Firefox Tower, we miss the parentheses.
Yes. And Firefox driver also uppercase that we need to.
Only you have to change Fox. Yeah, Fox would be capital F.
Done. So F is small only,
Yeah.
lowercase only. We need to import the driver. Yes. Done. Now Firefox browser has been opened. Okay. Now you need to open the URL. You need to open the URL. So to open the URL, the statement would be driver dot get what is the URL that you want to open. We need to mention the URL here. We need to mention the URL. Let me open that URL.
Sir, instead of Firefox, can we take Chrome or Internet Explorer?
Yes, but make sure that we need to have Chrome driver in this configuration pack.
That's what. Here, instead of that, can we try with Chrome driver?
Done. So instead of Chrome, Firefox, we have used Chrome, right? So even for Firefox also, if Selenium WebDriver is greater than 3.0, we need to have Gecko driver. Do you know that concept?
Yes, you are.
Okay, fine. So if you are using Selenium WebDriver greater than 3.0, we need to have Gecko driver in our system. Without that Gecko driver, Firefox browser will not open. The same thing for Chrome browser also, we need to download Chrome driver. Let me download that Chrome driver also, or else first we'll complete this script designing part. Okay, first we'll complete this part and then we'll move to that configuration. Now in your hands, browser is there, URL is there. Now it's your job to log into that particular screen. Now it's your job to log into the screen. In which method I am going to log into the screen is the matter here. The second thing is @when method is there. Here I want to perform some action. Here I want to perform some action. If you want to perform some action, what is that action that you need to perform? First thing is you are trying to log into the application. What are all the prerequisites if you want to log into the application? Means username and password. Then first try to capture the element names of username and password. Username and password. So let us open this browser and I am going to capture here by right clicking, inspect element. So input email is the ID. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to define the script. Driver dot find element by dot ID. So here input element dot, you are passing the data here. So done. Username has been passed. Now second thing, password. What is the name for that password field? Password also passed. Password also passed. Now once the password has been passed, next login button. So let us go with its path for this. So I am going to copy this path. Driver dot find element by xpath dot click. Done. Here I am going to print a statement, system dot out dot println logged in successfully. Done. Logged in successfully. Just I have written the statement. If you want to make sure that if you want to write the conditions over here, you can write the conditions. But for our just for our understanding purpose, I have written some output statement to display this. Now, if this are you thinking that this script is going to be executed successfully? Anyone? Any guess?
No, it won't.
It won't execute. Why? Because you have
We haven't.
mentioned that you want to execute this particular script in Chrome driver. If you want to execute the script in Chrome driver, you need to have that particular Chrome driver in your system, and you need to configure that particular path in your script. Then only it will execute. Yes, system.set property. Now I am going to download this Chrome driver. I don't know, this is 64-bit, I think so. First, I need to configure that one. Right click on the project, build path, configure build path, add external jars, go to downloads, Chrome driver. Okay, okay. Now, system dot set property of WebDriver dot WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver. What is the path of that particular driver we have downloaded? We need to get that path. Copy the path and paste it here. So this one, at last we need to copy the file name .exe. So if you want to make some coding standards, open Chrome driver, open Chrome browser. As I said, for everything we can make sure that we can provide the comment for user understandable purpose. Now, step definition file has been ready. Are you thinking that still it is going to be executed? No, it won't. One issue is there here. The simple thing here is I haven't mentioned page loaded time. Okay, let me execute now. Let us execute now. So just I have clicked on run button, starting Chrome browser. Only local connections are allowed. The browser has been opened. It is trying to pass the data. So logged into the application. Done. The script has been executed now. Here is the console. Three things you have done, three steps has been passed now. 3 steps has been passed now. Understand? So any questions, Harshita, in this at this point?
No,
Any
I'm good.
questions? Till now you are good, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now the script has been executed, whatever the steps that you have mentioned in that particular file. Now, if you want to pass the data from the parameter, from the outline, from the scenario outline, then what is the process that you need to follow here, right? This is the next thing that we need to discuss. Here, let us think about in which step you are passing the data. In which step you are passing the data. So, in which step we are passing the data means at this particular when step you are passing the data. At this when step. And one more thing, I want to make sure that I want to log out from the application successfully here. Let us capture that part also. Is that fine? Because if we are login means logout is mandatory. Driver dot find element by dot id something something dot click, right? So what is the element name for logout? This is the element name. Okay. Now, so what is the action that we are performing? We are performing the action at this step. Then go to step definition file. At what step you are performing the action? Try to analyze that particular action. Try to analyze that particular step. Here you are passing the data at this when method. Then first you need to create the scenario outline in order to understand what you need to be done in order to write what you need to be done in the scenario outline. Okay, let us write scenario outline first. Go to feature file. Here I am going to write email keyword. So here email address is the name I'm going to keep, Martin Stephen 369 at the rate gmail.com. password test@123. This is what I have created, one step outline. This is the outline for my steps. Now, what I need to be done in my step definition file. Okay, first in the step definition file, first we need to create the data table. How to create the data table here is just inside the method write data table. It means the step definition file will understand that you are creating some data table in this particular Cucumber script in the feature file. So if you are going to write this data table, automatically it is a Cucumber API. It will create the data table name as a table. Data table name as a table. Okay. Now inside the action, what are all the elements that you have? List down all the elements here. To list down all the outline values that you have defined here, the syntax would be list, again list, that is in string format, where you are going to define this particular thing. What you are passing? Data you are passing is equals to what is the table name? Table dot, what is the format? Row format you are following. Done. You are going to import the list here. Chat. Yes.
Let's remove the
So you
list.
need to, sorry?
Let's
No, no,
remove the
no.
another list.
No, we need to have that one also. Why? Because you are maintaining two outlines over here, right?
Okay.
Java.it. Done. For the second thing you need to import, then only it will rectify, it will resolve.
Okay.
Done. You have prepared the scenario outline now. Even though if you prepared the scenario outline, you are passing the data. This is what you need to resolve here now. So how to resolve this thing? How to resolve this particular thing? To resolve this to resolve this data parameter, I am going to use system dot sorry, out dot print ln data dot get string. What is that particular? 1. Data is equals to 1. Okay. Now the row name you need to count.
What is
Sorry,
one over there?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. One moment.
Okay.
Here in the above statement, you have mentioned that you are talking about row wise. Sorry, it is row, not raw. It is row. It is row, right? Oh, okay. What is meant by raw? What is okay? Fine. So here, why we have taken this means raw is nothing but raw data concept we have under this data table. This is simply nothing but whatever the data that you are passing in this particular feature file as an outline. The raw data means whatever the data that you haven't used till now, the same data will be used here also. Here, what is meant by get one and get two here is, here the get one and get two here, from this feature file, this is going to get this one. This is zero index. From this outline point of view, whatever the first row that you have mentioned, this is index number 0. This is index number 1. This is index number 2. Like that it is going to be considered. First row, first value. It is going to consider like that. Here, whatever the values that you are going to define, make sure that that definition should be the proper alignment based on the index that you have defined. Any confusions or any questions? Or you didn't understand what I have mentioned here? Let's be clear, guys. If you have any questions, let me know now itself. Because data passing is very important here.
Can we try another username and
What is
password
that,
for
Anna?
adding the scenario outline in the feature file? Like we have
Currently, I
one
don't.
outline.
Currently, I don't have another username and password in that.
No, it doesn't matter if we get no. If it throws an error, also it's okay. Just to make sure that.
Means you are saying that one more record that you want me to add here.
Yeah, let's just check.
So I'm not getting here.
Right.
Do you want me to update this one, or do you want me to add one more record here?
Add one more.
Okay.
Since it is scenario outline, so I just wanted to know.
Okay. I have added the data. Now update here. If you mention it in double quotations, it will consider that as a data. Now I want to update with this name, data dot get one dot get one, first record. Data dot get one dot, sorry, that is second row, right? Second row data, sorry, get one. Maybe password login button. Second row first column, third row first column, first column. Okay. Now, so just I am executing this one only with one record first. It's a trial version. One thing failed here.
Sir, I think instead of, I think it got failed at logout, right?
That's fine. I'm not looking for the logout process. I am looking for the data what have been passed over here.
Yeah,
So I have passed
we
two
have
data.
logged in. Yeah, we have logged in successfully. Here it is saying
Element
element
not
log.
visible. Yes, 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 yes.
I think it got
Somewhere.
failed at logout. I'm pretty sure because we
Yes,
have
yes.
success. So
Exactly,
you,
exactly.
yeah, you better take link text by dot link text logout instead of XPath. It was just capital L logout. That's all.
No, it is not using the second recorder. Yeah. So I look into that about that second record that has been not logged in, I think so. So I look into that. But as of now, how to pass the data that you have seen. So I'll look into that and I'll let you know about that.
Shiva, one more thing. No need to mention that scenario outline keyword in feature file.
Do you want me to navigate to feature file?
Yes, yes. In feature file, we never haven't mentioned that scenario outline keyword, so it's not required, right?
It's not required. It's not required.
Okay,
Just this
okay,
will be considered as a outline because the representation would start with this slash
okay,
tilted line pipeline.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sure. Thank you.
So any other questions? Harshita, any questions?
Uh, that's what I was just thinking about the second record. How can we do?
Yes,
Maybe by
yes.
using a
Uh,
permit.
no, it's not like that. Maybe we need to mention the row count and all those things
Okay.
in some other format. I'll update this and I'll get back to you because I have to verify whether this record is being go through that particular row number or not. I'll check it and I'll let you know about that. But passing the parameters not only in this format, we can pass the parameters through step definition file also, as we did in Selenium WebDriver, like Excel document, pass the data, multiple sets of data like that. So every time we can't keep such type of data, copy paste again and again. We can't do that, right? So if there are 1,000 records like this, we can't copy and paste for 1,000 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, we need to have. Did you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Suppose if there are 1,000 records, we can't even continuously copy and paste for 1,000 times. Anyhow, we need to pass the data from to our step definition file from the Excel document or some database or some JDBC connection through we need to do. So that format currently I'm not discussing about, but let us discuss about this second record, how we need to pass from here. Okay. Yep. I'll discuss about this concept in tomorrow's session. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome.